Welcome to First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. I'm your host, James Gardner, certified athletic therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist, yoga instructor, human being. This platform, for the pros, by the pros, anybody in the performance space, and beyond. Welcome here to share in the stories of professionals, experiences, journeys, learning along the way. It's a platform to connect, to network, and to be a part of a community that cares, with conversations that matter, experiences that resonate, and generate ideas, thought-provoking, organic dialogue, passionate pros. Brought to you as always by First Star Therapy, Mobility Tape, Epic, and Benchmark Athletics. In association with the Canadian Athletic Therapists Association. It's First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. That means we're back on the air. It's Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast, the official podcast, the WFAT, doing something we haven't done yet here at World Congress. Our fearless leader from the First International Quiz Bowl is going to lead us off here from the University of South Carolina. He's been on our podcast before. He will be on our podcast again, and we're arranging something maybe to do from your campus with a host that would love to come down and see your campus and your facilities. Anyway, enough about me, more about you. Lead the way, Jim.
Thanks. Listen, this is Jim Mensch, University of South Carolina Athletic Training Program, and we are here to talk international experiences in athletic training. So if you have any kind of interest in doing something abroad in athletic training, athletic therapy, anywhere around the world, we want to talk to you. We're trying to get that started in South Carolina. We've been doing it for a long time. And I have two students right here with me right now that are at the WFAT conference here in Ireland. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll start with Nico.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nico Perez. I am a second-year graduate student at the University of South Carolina. I came here to WFAT this week to just, like we're talking about today, introduce myself, meet some people in the profession, meet other people in different professions, and just kind of get to know what the world of athletic training and therapy is.
My name is Elena Hauber. I'm also a second-year student at the University of South Carolina, and I have goals to work on the international scene of athletic training, so that's why I'm kind of here, and just sort of meeting people and getting to know them. Yeah.
Well, you're in the right spot. If that's the goal for both of you, right? A lot of people, a lot of things. It's been really dense. Probably get some background noise here of people coming in and out of the room. That's all. Yeah. Back to you, Jim, because you have another special guest.
Yeah, and that's the best part about this. You never know the connections you're going to make. You never know the impact that you're going to have on an AT's life or a student's life. And about 5 minutes ago, I was walking in the hallway here at WFAT, and I ran into an old friend, Nan Chung, and she was part of a program that we put together at South Carolina about 15 years ago, where we wanted to integrate athletic trainers into China. And we were very successful at it. We put them in Guangzhou, we put them in Beijing, we put them in Shanghai, and the program kind of ran its course and we kind of got them started. And the next thing you know, here she is in the hallway saying, "Do you remember me, Dr. Mensch?" So I'm going to let Nan introduce herself and tell a little bit about that story.
Thank you so much. So I'm Nan Chung. I'm currently in Hong Kong, and I think maybe one of the second or third round of like the cohort that went out to China, did a year internship at an American international school. So it's pretty much an American school that you put in a different country, US curriculum or IB curriculum. And for us, we were there to do athletic training services, just similar to what you would do back in the US, working as an athletic trainer. And then I went actually back to the US for a year, worked at the university, but missed the international life so much that I actually went back to Hong Kong. And I've been there since, for 12 years now, currently working at a British international school. So that's a different ballgame. but I was previously at the Canadian International School in Hong Kong for 8 years. And we traveled around other international schools competing. And currently right now we have, I hope you don't mind me adding this, we have a lot of the athletic trainers that Dr. Mensch brought over became full-time at the international schools, and they've stayed in China or Vietnam, and they grew. And now we have the Asia Pacific Athletic Trainer Society, which are BOC ATCs. Elena just recently, I've met her actually just this May at our conference, and she's come out really kind of thrown herself in, saying that she's really interested in the international AT life. And here I am at WFAT, getting to see her again and seeing her poster presentation. Yes. She's been very humble, not to mention that. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, a little bit about myself. Yeah.
When you take this, I think one of the beautiful pieces about this is the natural ability to just sort of connect, and the intersection of, spoke earlier about public health and ATC, or athletic therapy and athletic training. Relate that back to Canada, where we're from, not a registered profession there or a regulated profession there. We have universal healthcare, but universal healthcare doesn't necessarily know about the value of what we bring. So we just had SLU's program director on, and she was talking about all of that intersection with public health. Obviously, the passion here from Jim and from South Carolina, all the energy. You mentioned the IB schools and the learner profile. I connect that to what we do. I connect that to athletes, and just remove the student from the middle of that and place either athlete or athletic trainer. This concept of curiosity and learning with the things that you're interested in, and guiding that. And you're obviously all interested in Jim's next take on this, as he goes, and the energy that he brings. Nico, Elena, you presented research, both of you together or separate? Just Elena. Okay, beautiful. We can touch on that if you want to. We'll throw it out there. Otherwise, we'll do that another time. Jim, wherever you want to take this next.
No, I think, the reason why I got involved in this is, wow, there's a big world out there. It's eye-opening to students and faculty and everyone that we can travel and go to places where people don't look like us, talk like us, think like us, but they all have that common bond of healthcare and athletic training and taking care of patients, taking care of athletes. So I want to hear more about your all connection in Asia at the conference there, and how you guys kind of got together.
I'll leave it for Elena to talk about her experience coming out to APAC's conference.
Yeah, it was sort of a, I guess, impulsive kind of decision, because when I was younger, I used to live in Singapore and the Philippines, and that just sort of was the stem of my interest in working internationally and specifically in Asia. So I saw that there was a conference, and we also have the connection with Caleb, who went to the University of South Carolina, is in Taipei. So just sort of built those connections initially in my head, and just sort of decided to head out there. It was really great. Met a lot of amazing people that I've seen at NATA and now WFAT. So it's been a really great.
What did you learn?
What did I learn? Well, there was a lot of things, I guess, but I was able to get a tour of the facilities when I was at Taipei American School. I think that was really interesting for me, because I was like, I could see myself in a position like this and talking to people like Nan. It's like inspiring. I think that's the main thing, is that I could see myself doing that, and that's a goal. So it was sort of like setting up my long-term goal in the future. So I guess that was pretty inspiring and interesting.
I'd love to add, this is something, it's quite interesting, because APATs and the athletic trainers who are in Asia at the moment, we're kind of finally settling down in our roles, where we're actually looking into having students like the immersion program, to have university students or whoever to come out to these international schools and shadow and get that experience that Elena was saying that they really could see themselves doing in the future. And I do see we've been pushing really hard with athletic directors in these international schools to consider this role and really promote, healthcare at these international schools. And we work with APATS, we do work with other healthcare providers locally. So not just like John Sue, who presented today, he's a sports therapist. We got connected with them as well when I hosted the APATS conference in Hong Kong last year. So it's been really nice to connect with other people. There's other athletic trainers that I've met in Hong Kong that I didn't realize that was out there as well through these type of conferences, and it just keeps growing. And in Asia, it's getting really big. So yeah, there's some exciting things that are coming out in Asia.
Oh, absolutely, Nico. I'm going to throw this back your way just because you're on my other side here and you haven't had the mic in a minute. But takeaways here: physically, energy might be a little bit low right now. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of bouncing around, moving around. Spiritually, or whatever we're going to call it, professionally, or on the level of that, I walk away completely re-energized from being around students that are passionate about this, meeting new faces, meeting new people, and just seeing where this profession is and how it plays. It plays everywhere. It's an international thing, movement, healthcare. Jim, you talked about it. Nico, I'm going to throw it back to you just on, other takeaways from you, from your angle, where you're looking to go. Has anything opened your eyes here to new possibilities?
Yeah, of course. The biggest takeaway definitely from the 3 days that we've had here throughout the conference is just the energy that the, more vetted athletic trainers and athletic therapists have towards allowing us to be very, unique in ourselves and really pushing us to be what we can get out of athletic therapy. I think they're very open to being adaptable with us, and they show a lot of encouragement to going out there and going to different countries and going to different colleges and really showing what athletic training and athletic therapy really have. And almost any kind of talk that we had today or presentation, they keep saying how we're the future and how their investment, they can invest in stocks, you can invest in real estate, they're investing in us. They're investing in what we have to offer, what we bring to the table, how we're so able and so amped up about being diverse and showing different regions of the world what we can attribute to their medicine and their healthcare, and how it's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of barriers. There's going to be a lot of people that say, we already have this intact, why are you coming? But knowing that they have our back and that they're willing to provide us with resources, whether that be connections, whether that be allowing us to go to different places, knowing that they're standing behind us and they're able to be open with questions or different kinds of things that we might bring up in conferences or even just through a phone call is really, really, helpful in us, because it kind of shows us that we have a little bit of support, that we're not just doing this ourselves. We're not just the only ones that want to go out there. There's people all over the world that are really pushing for us to succeed. So that's been the biggest takeaway that I've had so far.
And one of the things I've seen in the last 26 years of me at South Carolina is, once you get an athletic trainer in there where there hasn't been one, for you that was Guangzhou and that was China and that was that program we ran, they're going to love it. And they're not just like the fact that they have one, they're going to see the value that having an AT helps with them in what they're trying to do. And then they're going to want two, and then they're going to want three. And then they're going to say, and then somebody that doesn't have one is going to see that you have one, and they're going to want one. And what exactly is Nan doing over there? And what exactly is Elena doing over there? And they're all going to want it. And that's how it's going to spread. So when we set up programs at South Carolina, like ones in China and Fort Jackson, so the military hadn't had an athletic trainer in the U.S. Army in the basic combat training. Let's put one in there. Then they want two. Then they want three. You see that happening in performing arts. You see that happening in different settings all over the world. And this is a reality. And I love the fact that I'm running into students, and we're a part of that at South Carolina, to put students in those positions to try it. And I'm going to challenge all the students that are listening out there, and folks that are, why not? Like, learn a little bit about it. Do some research, talk to folks that are in those experiences. You don't know what you don't know. And I've never been to China. I was never in China, Singapore, or wherever it is you're going to go. Give it a shot and learn a little bit more about it and see what's possible. And you'd be shocked to find out not only what's possible, but you might end up spending 12 years there, similar in Nan's situation that she's done.
Outstanding across the board. I appreciate your time. I know we're wrapping up here. that's what it's all about, right? It's about connection. It's about putting yourself out there. It's about showcasing what this profession is, and not as a, well, look at us, look at all the things we can do, but more of a, like, this is how we can fit. This is how we fit together on a global scale. This is how we fit together as human beings. And just seeing everything that's out there, everything that's available for students, and for everybody listening. There is another World Congress coming up. It has not been officially announced on this podcast yet. It will be shortly. We also have International Athletic Training and Therapy Day coming up. That's in our mid-roll here, so that adds there. That's February 12th, 2026. Real great opportunity for us to capture what we're doing out there, get pictures, videos, hashtag it, whatever we're going to do. Marketing's coming on that, but it's coming up. It's in another location that is, I think, pretty palatable for most people. It'll be pretty good. We've heard about it here. You're going to hear about it out there. All of you, thank you so much for your time, for being here, and for what you do for our profession. Thanks again for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this community. Check us out online, firststartherapy.com. That's FIRSTAR therapy.com. Or email us with feedback, consult@firststartherapy.com. CONSULT@firststartherapy.com. On Instagram @firststar.therapy, and our podcast host @letschat.at. This is First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast.